because I was talking through this, it's like, okay, so the way you could fix, like right now, you can just get a barrage of spam. Like, you spam emails, spam messages, there's all these bots on Twitter, all this kind of stuff. Like, what does, because this is one of the things that most affect me, how does Nostr combine with like fanfares, how does this fix that?
So one of the most important things about combating spam is you have to have a good identity system. And that's what Nostr provides, is it provides a sovereign identity system, and then you can implement what are called web of trust algorithms on top of that system. So if I follow you and you follow him, then I can kind of implicitly trust through some sort of algorithm that what he posts is probably more trustworthy than what some other random person posts. And so when you get into Nostr, you actually start building a trust graph that has social value. You know, getting into Bitcoin early gives you monetary value. Well, getting into Nostr right now, you're building social value because you've been around. You can prove you've been around cryptographically, and you're building followers and you're building content, and you're actually investing in your social footprint that is provable and it's actually worth something. And other people will start trusting you, and you'll become that source of truth for other people in their web of trust. So it's really a social value thing.
The other thing that he mentioned was like, if we just implemented a one-stat paywall on the internet, now all of a sudden, like the surveillance state, boom, over. Like now, if you put a price on the government being able to collect your, like, all of your information, all this kind of stuff, nobody's gonna be able to pay that price eventually. So then obviously, so just put a very minor paywall for most things, talking fractions of a penny, and then, you know, a higher threshold paywall for some of your better content, whatever. Like right now, mainly the way it's being used is, you have like, again, TGFB would have a podcast, you know, we have a podcast, and then we do like a bonus episode that we paywall with fanfares, and then you can do something like that. But the broader vision is like, you know, we're gonna 1 cent paywall everything.
If you want to try out fanfares, right now it's in early access, so just talk to me and I can get you in, and then you'll be kind of part of that early access crowd. You can try things out, give us feedback. We're just trying to really get it perfected before we go fully public with all of the features and stuff. That anyone can buy your content, but not everybody can sell content yet. So we're just trying to keep that sort of like a personal, hey, I know you, I'm going to let you upload stuff because I trust that you're not going to upload something bad.
This is the last thing. But one of the things that we mentioned when I was asking around was like, so what do you do? Like if somebody, let's say he uploads a thing, I pay for it, I get the private key. Now theoretically, I could just go out. I love this is doing a commercial. This is fantastic. But I could just go out and just give away his content. And so the way that they get around that is to basically incentivize. They create like, hey, if you share links to this stuff to my whatever, I give you a 50% referral for any money that's made as a result of it. So now there's like money in being like a curator of content and a curator of all these things. And so like you get music talking about like, it's so cool getting a 10,000 stat, you know, referral bonus from somebody else's book. It's just like bonkers. It's just a crazy thing. So anyway, there's so many creative, insanely intelligent and capable people in this space who are working on all kinds of projects that at any given point, you know, they could have 5 people interested, they could be the most incredible thing ever, or it could be, you know, 100, you know, maybe they're at a different stage. And so this project was just one that I, you know, just thought was really cool. Thought it would be something that would benefit you guys and that would interest creative Bitcoiners and stuff. I also was thinking about applications in closed countries for like missionaries. You could paywall certain things to where you can't tell what it is unless you get the link, you're willing to pay for it. There's just a whole host of cool things that we can do. But thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. Yeah. All right. I'm going to get